Hi guys, welcome to Inside the Actor's Journey. My name is Thet. I'm sorry I haven't put up any videos in a while. I've been really busy with training. I received a lot of compliments on my very first video on method acting, which is actually the introduction to acting itself. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. As long as somebody is getting something out of these videos, I'm happy. So let's get right into it. I really want to talk about archetypes and subpersonality work. But let's start off by asking ourselves where we are. How do I feel? Always, whenever you go up on camera or when you're preparing something, always ask yourself, how do you feel? That gives you the ground to stand on firmly, so to speak. Now, how do I feel? I feel a little frustrated, I feel a little uncomfortable, I feel a little anxious. So let's talk about subpersonalities and archetype work, because I've come across a lot of actors recently who have been asking me the same questions that I was asking myself when it comes to subpersonality work 4 or 5 years ago when I started learning these systems or techniques. What you have to remember, guys, is that learning all these techniques and the systems is all to help you with the creativity of your craft, creativity of your character development, creativity on a script analysis and coming up with really interesting choices and making it interesting and stuff like that. You have to remember, you are an artist, you're a talent, you're an actor. You're not a patient to therapy. You're not somebody who's trying to really screw up your head or your mind, because that's so easily misconceived when it comes to things like subpersonality work and archetype work. A lot of actors, you know, the beginning stages when they learn subpersonality, they feel like they're doing something which is out of their own body or out of their own character. The purpose of me putting up this video is to speed up the process of really understanding what subpersonalities and archetype work is all about, so that you don't get stuck in that level. The facilitation of subpersonality work is a little bit sloppy as far as I'm concerned. You know, it's all about shifting your energy and then trying to talk to an energy which you're giving your power away. Never give your power away to something or somebody. Never. You are always in control. You're always the CEO or the president of your own body, of your own architecture, of your own system of being. And that you have to remember that you're an actor and you are really learning all these systems to create and to be creative in your craft.
If every true artist, and especially talented actors, bear within themselves deeply rooted and often unconscious desire for transformation. Speaking our theatrical language, desire for characterization.
You know, in your own body there are little compartments and little subparts of you which are in conflicts with other subparts, but there is still you in control. A lot of actors, you know, when they go up on camera or when they go up in front of everybody in class and they're doing subpersonality work, after the subpersonality work is done, this is where the misconception comes from. They always say things like, oh, I don't remember what I said, oh, I don't know what I said, oh, I don't know what I did because I was somebody else, or I was something else. That is not the right way to deal with it. That is the therapy path. That's not for us. For us, it's for acting, to help us in our craftual work. Imagine you say to yourself, oh, I don't know what I said or what I did because I was in subpersonality work to a director. You're gonna get fired right away when you say to yourself, oh, I didn't stick to the lines. I was in this hero subpart and that's what he was saying, it wasn't me. Well, the camera is seeing only you. There is no one else. There is nobody else in front of the camera. It is you and you alone. So you cannot give excuses. You can take responsibility of your own actions and what you're saying and what you're doing. But in the beginning stages, the facilitation is all for the purpose of really understanding specific subpersonalities within you and really knowing them so well that you can bring them out whenever you want. Every archetype has two different parts that you have to explore. The shadow part and the light part, which is, the light part is the more developed side of this archetype. The main purpose of knowing the archetype is knowing when the shadow side of the archetype comes up, so that you know what choices you can make to counter that shadow, to know that you're in control. Once you have fully developed each archetype's shadow, you will be fully defined. You will have the specific identity of yourself, and that's the whole purpose of learning all these archetype work and subpersonality work. For example, the victim archetype has a shadow side where he is being victimized by people around him all the time, and that is why that specific archetype is called the victim. So he's always saying, oh yeah, well, I'm a bum, I'm a loser, I'm a whatever. So he's victimizing himself. And when you develop that victim archetype, you're conscious about that shadow side taking over, and you can say to yourself, you are being a victim right now, and you can make specific choices to counter that and make you feel different. A very good example would be watching On the Waterfront. The fun in watching a movie or the fun in watching a scene is that you're trying to figure out what kind of techniques are these actors using. You know, it may or may not be correct. You know, they could be using something else, but it's your own interpretation of whether or not they are using archetype work or the subpersonality work, and you try to figure out what they're doing. And then, so on the waterfront, when you watch this clip, I can name 3 archetypes right there: the victim, the hero, and the mother, all in that same scene. And you can probably come up with more if you watch the scene, the entire scene. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the fun in archetype work is that once you know them so well, you can call them up. You know, whatever you're feeling, you can counteract it, and then you can, you know, make sharp turns in terms of your choices and stuff like that. And that is the fun of acting, and that is the fun of archetype work and the subpersonality work. Everything that you're trying to learn and study in terms of the system of acting and the techniques and the tools, all that is to help you to say the things or do the things and really mean it, and really believing in what you're saying and really believing in what you're doing. If you don't believe in what you're saying, if you don't believe in what you're doing, the audience will know that you're faking. The audience will not believe you. The audience will not be engaged. The audience will flip the channel if they don't believe what you're saying. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope the video was inspirational and fun. Till next time.